Hi, I'm Daniel Guest, top 100 coach and PXG staff pro. Look, I'm going to give you 3 stats that if you're a double-digit handicapper, you should start tracking today. And they're not the standard stats that you see on any one of the golf publications or in the golf publications or on television on the weekends when you're watching your favorite players. So stuff like greens in regulation, fairways, hits, strokes gained, all that stuff. Well, that's important, if you would, but it's not important to most double-digit handicappers, and it's not a good indication of what's going on in your game and what you really need to practice. So here's 3 stats that you can start tracking today that I guarantee if you do, you're going to start to play better and identify what's going on. The first is simple. It's penalty strokes, right? You hit the ball out of bounds, +1, right? You hit the ball in the water, +1. You hit the ball behind the tree and you got to take a drop, that's +1. And you're simply going to add these up at the end of a round, and you're going to know exactly how many penalty strokes you caused yourself. The second is 2 chips. That's from inside of 100 yards. How many times did you not land on the green, right? So you're at 100 yards, you pull out your favorite 100-yard or 105-yard club, and you hit it 90, all right? Now you got to hit another chip up to the green. You get it on the green, that's +1. All right, you shank one to the right, you chip it up and you miss the green, and you chip it up again. You had 3 shots, that's still a +1. And you're going to add those up at the end of a round. And then the last is 3 putts. And you define how hard you want to be on yourself on this one. At Imagen, we say, hey, it's got to be on the surface for 3 putts. Some of our better students say, hey, anything where I'm using my putter counts as a putt, if you would. Doesn't matter as long as you're consistent. But once you get on that surface, if you 3-putt, that's a +1. And it's simple. You just add those up. And so you add all 3 of those categories up at the end of a round, and that's your Imagen score. And why do we call it your Imagen score? Well, it's not just because we're Imagen Golf. It's because that's what your score could be. Imagine what it could be if you worked on those things, right? And imagine if you got no penalty strokes, right? You're good off the tee box. You're good. Everything is going great, but you're 3-putted like 9 times, right? Or your short game is god awful, and you're not even working on it, right? So instead of just working on your golf swing, you actually are now working on your golf game, and you're working on scoring better. And at the end of the day, I don't care what anyone says, it is a game, and it is all about scoring better. So try those 3 stats. Start tracking them today. Track it for at least a month, and then start integrating what your weakness is, your weakest link, and start integrating that into your practice. And I guarantee you'll get better. Thanks, and here's to getting you this game and the swing that you've always imagined.